Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for February 4th, 2016. We have a lot to talk about this Thursday morning with the threat for some accumulating snowfall. Yes, accumulating snowfall tomorrow morning after it's almost 60 degrees this morning. Talk about a flip in the weather pattern, huh? Currently, what we have set up here is a very tricky situation with this snow threat. Now, you can't get ahead of yourself with some of this model guidance because some of it's putting out some rather impressive snowfall totals. But at the same time, you can't let your guard down either. So what exactly is evolving here for tomorrow? Well, currently what we have in place is a cold front that is moving through the region. Temperatures right now are pretty much at the highs for today, where we have mid to upper 50s throughout the region. But notice the cold air is on the way over central Pennsylvania, where temperatures are falling through the 40s and into the 30s. So look for temperatures to fall throughout the day once this cold front moves through, with some widely scattered showers, even some areas of fog. Overcast skies for much of the day today. Widely scattered showers, isolated showers, not really that big of a deal. You'll definitely notice the temperatures falling throughout the day as they fall through the 40s and into the 30s. Then things get complicated. On the surface map, as this cold front exits, we'll have another wave of low pressure start to develop around the North Carolina coastal waters and lift northeast through the New Jersey coastal waters and towards New England. While doing so, cold air is going to be bleeding into the region. Now the question is, not so much will the rain change over to snow, but how much snow actually accumulates once it does change over, because temperatures are so warm right now. It means the ground is pretty warm. So you might have snow in the air, but not much actually accumulates on the ground. So that's one of the forecasting problems that we are working with this morning with this forecast for tomorrow. On the radar, you can see we just have some widely scattered showers over the northern mid-Atlantic. See that next area of heavy precipitation is starting to organize along the southeast coast. This is expected to lift up through the coast and through the northern mid-Atlantic tomorrow, with the heaviest precipitation, like this area right here, expected to move over central and southern New Jersey, Long Island, and southeastern Connecticut. On the satellite picture, you can see plenty of lifting developing here. This little disturbance right here is going to be the key to this whole setup as this low pressure system organizes and lifts northeast and that cold air bleeds into the region. So here is the forecast map for this snow threat. Again, if you are in basically west of Philadelphia, northwest New Jersey, northeastern Pennsylvania, the central Hudson River Valley, and Connecticut, not really looking for all that much. Much of the action's to your south. You could see a trace to a dusting from a snow shower or two, but really not that big of a deal. All the action is to your south and east. Talking about the south and east, as you head towards the Philadelphia metro, especially southwest New Jersey, just northwest of New York City, and along southern Connecticut, this is where, especially around New Haven, this is where you could see up to 2 inches of snow. Now again, the pavement is pretty warm here, so any type of treatment will basically lead to a wet roadway. So look for a dusting to 2 inches, mostly on your cold surfaces, okay? If you have any untreated pavement, sidewalk or whatnot, it'll start to accumulate there too. So put some salt down and pretty much save you a lot of trouble as far as any type of minor shoveling is concerned. As you head a little bit closer to the coast, we get better lifting, a little bit more precipitation, the cold air is working in. The snowfall is expected to continue on through 11 a.m. So as a result, you get a little bit better potential for 1 to 4 inches of snow. Again, any type of treated pavement, this snow is going to have a very difficult time accumulating. So if you're in New York City, it'll be snowing, but most likely they'll have a lot of those roadways and sidewalks already with salt on them, and you're probably going to run into just some wet pavement rather than actual snow accumulation. The snow accumulation will be on your grass, on your car tops, and you'll probably see recording of snow accumulation more so in Central Park than you will in the, let's say, on 42nd Street. So this, again, is a scenario where the boundary layer temperature is pretty warm. Now, this is where we get a little bit tricky in this purple area. See, in this purple area, this is where we're going to have some pretty strong lifting involved. And I've seen this before where the snowfall is able to accumulate just a little bit more and a little bit more aggressively with a bit more what's called cooling of the layer at the surface. So we're watching this very carefully. For the most part, looking at 2 to 4 inches of snow. Again, treated pavement, most likely wet. Grass, most likely where you're going to see most of the snowfall accumulation. But in those pockets where you get intense, heavy snowfall for a short period of time tomorrow morning, aside from the fact it'll be poor visibility and slick roadways, you could see some enhanced accumulation. And sometimes when you get that strong enough lifting, yes, you can get snowfall amounts up to 6 inches. This is a very rare setup here for that 6 inches. I don't expect to see that a lot, but there is that threat. So we're going to put that in there, isolated to 6 inches in some spots, most likely on cold surfaces. But it's something that we're definitely going to watch out for the New Jersey coast and Long Island as this storm exits. By noon, this is all gone. We are high and dry. So let's dive into this forecast a little bit more. Again, for this afternoon, look for overcast cloud cover, a few isolated showers, temperatures falling through the 50s, 40s, and towards the 30s by this evening. Here's our area low pressure developing along the North Carolina and South Carolina coast. We have a few showers developing in the evening. By the time we get to midnight, that rain starts to change over to snow as that snowfall starts to transition towards the coast. Again, notice the sharp cutoff here in the snowfall accumulation areas. And then as we head towards tomorrow morning, as temperatures fall towards the lower to mid 30s, we'll have snowfall, especially focused right along the coast, with some rain mixed in possible right along the immediate coast here, and then you get that intense lifting. We'll see exactly how that snowfall accumulation plays out. Again, treated roadways, I think you'll be fine because the boundary layer is so warm. Grass, cold surfaces, untreated sidewalks, not so much. We'll have to watch that very carefully. By tomorrow afternoon, that storm is gone, skies clear out, temperatures will rise into the upper 30s to lower 40s, and for Saturday, high pressure in control with scattered cloud cover, lows in the upper 20s to lower 30s, highs in the lower to mid 40s, which is pretty much seasonable for this time of year. Sunday will feature another tranquil day for the most part. Cold front will be dropping through, could see an isolated snow shower. Other than that, look for lows in the lower 30s, highs in the upper 40s to lower 50s ahead of that cold front, and then temperatures crash on Monday through the 40s and into the 30s. Look for lows in the upper 20s to lower 30s, highs in the lower 40s. So it's definitely going to be a much colder day on Monday. Now we're going to watch out for this clipper here for Tuesday, as it has a potential for producing some accumulating snowfall. How much is still debatable. Depending on how fast this low pressure system organizes, the bulk of the accumulated snowfall could be over New England, but if it develops fast enough, it could actually focus along the New Jersey coast, New York City, and then portions up towards southern New England as this low intensifies. So look for low temperatures on Tuesday in the upper 20s to lower 30s, highs in the mid to upper 30s. We'll watch this low pressure system very, very carefully. And then for the rest of the week, for Wednesday and for Thursday, Arctic air starts to build in as weak cold front after weak cold front moves through. Could see an isolated snow shower, mostly dry conditions with sky cloud cover. Lows on Wednesday will be in the upper 20s to lower 30s, highs in the mid to upper 30s. Thursday will feature lows in the mid 20s and highs in the lower to mid 30s as that Arctic air builds in. That's your forecast discussion for today. Thank you for following NY and JPA weather, and as always, stay safe out there.